Thinking about buying a home in Colorado Springs, before you decide, you need to understand the real pros and the real cons, and more importantly, how this decision actually impacts your day-to-day life and long-term happiness. Because here's what I've seen over the last few years. A lot of people aren't stuck because they can't move. They're stuck because they keep finding reasons not to. Rates went up, inflation increased, layoffs made headlines. There's talk of recessions, global conflict, elections, tariffs, insurance costs, you name it. And every one of those things feels like a reason to wait. But here's the reality. Most people don't step back and think about it. There will always be another reason not to move. So the real question isn't, is this the perfect time? It's, is staying where I am actually serving the life I want to live? I work with a lot of dual income professionals, moving into that $600,000 to $1 million range across Southern Colorado. And the ones who make the best decisions aren't chasing perfect conditions. They're aligning their home with how they actually want to live. So let's break this down. Let's start with the upside of making a move, especially when most people are sitting on the sidelines. The first advantage is control over your lifestyle. Your home is one of the biggest contributors to your daily experience, your commute, your space, your environment, your routines. When that's out of alignment, everything feels harder. When it's aligned, everything feels smoother. The buyers who move intentionally are usually solving for something real: more space, better layout, closer to work, better schools, stronger community. And that shows up in their quality of life almost immediately. The second advantage is positioning while others hesitate. When a large portion of the market is frozen, you often get more negotiating power, more thoughtful decision-making space, and less emotional competition. Now, that doesn't mean it's easy, but it does mean you're not fighting the same frenzy we've seen in the past cycles. And this is where it's helpful to zoom out for a second. If you look at how the most successful investors in America operate, they don't wait for perfect headlines. They act when there's uncertainty. They do it with a clear strategy. They understand that long-term positioning matters more than short-term noise. They focus on fundamentals. They make decisions based on where they're going, not just what's happening today. And that same principle applies here. The third advantage is long-term alignment. When you choose the right home in the right area, you're not just solving for today, you're positioning for the next 3, 5, even 10 years. That includes your lifestyle, your family needs, and your financial trajectory. Now, before we go further, this is usually the point where people start thinking, okay, but how does this actually apply to me? If that's where you're at, a lot of people watch these videos and then want the details that apply to them. The link below is the easiest way to get that. Now, let's talk about the other side, because this isn't about blindly saying, go make a move. There are real trade-offs, and they matter. The first is financial comfort. Just because you can buy doesn't mean you should stretch beyond what feels stable for your situation. The right move should feel sustainable, not stressful. The second is clarity of priorities. If you don't know what actually matters most to you, location, commute, schools, home style, it's very easy to second guess your decision later. And the third is timing relative to your life, not the headlines. A lot of people are waiting for rates to drop, prices to shift, or some clear signal from the market. But the reality is, those signals are always changing, and waiting for perfect clarity leads to inaction. Here's what most people don't realize. Over the last years, there's been no shortage of reasons to pause. Mortgage rates jumped from 3% range up to 7 to 8 range. Inflation increased everyday costs. There were layoffs, recessions, fears, bank collapses, rising insurance costs. Global conflicts impacted markets and energy prices. Election cycles took place and added uncertainty. Inventory stayed tight. And throughout all of it, the most common mindset became, let's just wait and see. But while many people were waiting, others were still moving forward strategically, intentionally and with a clear plan. Not because they ignored risk, but because they didn't let uncertainty control their decisions. So here are a few grounded reasons people choose to act even when the broader markets feel uncertain. They prioritize their day-to-day life over perfect timing. They recognize that where they live impacts their energy, their routine, and their family more than a percentage point on a rate. They focus on what they can control: budget, location, strategy, instead of what they can't. They make decisions based on 5-year horizons, not 5-month headlines. And they get clear guidance, so they're not navigating it alone. This tends to work best for professionals who are clear on their priorities, stable on their situation, and ready to align their home with the life they're building. People who value both lifestyle and long-term positioning, and who want to move forward with intention, not emotion. If you're looking for perfect certainty before making any decision, this process will feel frustrating. If you're not clear on what matters most to you yet, it's very easy to feel stuck or overwhelmed. And if your decision is being driven entirely by headlines instead of your personal situation, it's probably worth taking a step back before moving forward. At the end of the day, this isn't about being optimistic or pessimistic. It's about being intentional. Your home is a major part of your life, and the goal isn't to time the market perfectly. It's to make a decision that actually supports how you want to live. If this was helpful, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And check out the next video. It builds on what we just talked about and will help you take the next step.